Hey! Welcome back, everybody. Cooking with Chef Steven. We have a treat for you today. We are going to be, last week we got a request because of the time of year that it is that we wanted a recipe with mangoes. So we're going to do a top sirloin steak in a mango chimichurri. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a whole lot going on. There are multiple steps to this recipe and a lot of knife work. So let's get right to it. First, of course, the star, or one of the stars, we have our top sirloin steaks. We have some butter. We have some cooking spray, salt and pepper. Always need salt and pepper. We're going to be making a marinade for this steak. All right. We're going to have a squeeze of lemon juice, a squeeze of lime. We're going to have cumin, chili powder, oregano, soy sauce, and Worcestershire sauce. All right. Then we're going to jump all the way over here. Oh, I'm sorry. We're also going to have some garlic with this. I have double the garlic because it goes in both of these things. Then we're going to hop over here for our mango chimichurri. Chimichurri is a Brazilian style steak sauce. It's full of herbs and olive oil, and I personally love it. And we're going to drop some mangoes in here and really change it up. So we have shallot, we have jalapeno, minced garlic, flat leaf parsley, cilantro. We have some diced mango. We have our red wine vinegar, and we have olive oil. So let's get right to it. The first thing we're going to want to do is prepare our marinade so that we can quickly get our steaks cooking. So let's go. Boop, boop, doop, doop, doop. Don't mind me as I arrange everything. We always have to show you guys what's going on, so it's a little challenge. Not too bad. All right, marinade. Real simple here. We're gonna go with we have cumin, chili powder, oh yeah, oregano, Worcestershire sauce. I love the smell of this. Oh yeah. And I'm just gonna get it real steaky. All right. Soy sauce. Already pre-rolled these before we began filming, but I'm just gonna roll it a little bit more. And we're gonna cut our lemon and our lime down the middle. And then we're gonna squeeze those in here. Don't worry about the seeds. This is gonna be great. I might actually take some of this home. I know. I probably should have brought a couple extra steaks, but I wasn't thinking. Right. And then of course with most marinades, we want to hit it with some fresh cracked pepper. And some salt. Really good stuff. All right. We got all that there. Let me get myself a fork. And we're just going to give it a little whirl. Give it a sniff. Oh, man. All right, very simply, we're going to take this bad boy. Get it in there. That is awesome. Give me a second. Because actually, what I'm going to do is pull that out, sit it there. Now you can obviously marinate these for a few hours. I wouldn't overdo it with the marinade on this because it's a lot of citrus juice, and I don't want my meat to start cooking in that citrus juice. So maybe a good 20 minutes you could do it. All right. Any questions so far? You all following me? Let me know if I need to slow it down. All right. Now, we have that. And the reason why I put it on a plate is because because I did not let it marinate for a very long time, I am going to season it again before I begin cooking. All right, and I didn't want anyone to be confused with that. So, we have our steaks here. These are some nice steaks. And I'm going to salt and pepper it. All right. And then I have my skillet going. I'm going to put just a little bit of butter, mostly for flavor because I have my Pam here, and I'm going to use that as well. But I want a little bit of both. So I'm not going to do that heavy amount that I usually do when I'm doing all that French Southern cooking. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to give it a spray. You're going to make sure the butter actually gets around the skillet. You're going to take the part that you just did, that's seasoned. Don't squeeze it too much because you're going to actually drip. You're going to squeeze the marinade out of it. I want the marinade in there. And then I hit that, and you heard it start to sizzle right away. And that's what Daddy likes. Okay? That's what Daddy likes. All right, let's make some space here. And let's start on the real fun. The real fun is this chimichurri. This is where you have the labor of love. All right, you have a lot of knife work. This is not something that you do right before you have guests coming over. The chimichurri is something that you want to do if you're going to maybe have a barbecue or you want something special. You want to do it the day before. Definitely not the day of. And I think that I should have gotten a much bigger bowl. I'm just going to go for it. If I need a bigger bowl, I'll switch halfway through. All right, let's get started very simply with, we have our mangoes. That's 2 mangoes diced up. If you know anything about mangoes, they have a gigantic seed in the center, and you are not going to yield very much from it. As far as you're looking at that, like that's 2 mangoes, that is definitely 2 mangoes. Okay, so we got the mango in there, and I just popped like a little bit in my mouth. Oh my God, y'all don't even know. I'm gonna put some garlic. I'm very heavy on the garlic, especially in my chimichurri. It does make a difference. When I was in culinary school, one of my very best friends in culinary school, Carolina, she was from Brazil, and I remember we made a chimichurri sauce, and when she told me it was good, I felt kind of honored because, you know, it's from Brazil, so I was like, okay, I did it. But she's like, Daddy, that's very good chimichurri sauce. Like, have you done this before? Yeah. Sorry, Carolina, if I got the accent off. I'm going to go with some shallots here. Shallots, just like onions, you're going to cut just a little bit of the root off, and you're going to cut the cap off, and then you cut it in half and peel it. And then, just like an onion, you want to go down Nice incisions all the way across. This is good with a very sharp knife. And then you want to take your knife and you want to go in. And then you want to go in again, a little higher up. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go, and I'm just doing the tip here. You want to hold it together. All right, I think that's all the shallot I would like. And I'm going to take my knife through it a couple more times. And now I'm going to reduce my steak and I'm going to flip it. Oh yeah. All right. And I'm going to let it pretty much keep going right there. So I got my shallot nice and minced. Yes. All right, got my shallot. I'm going to go over to my jalapeno next. The jalapeno should be seated. I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. I'll take my spoon and I'll seed it. We don't want that. We don't want those guts. You don't want to bite into that. All right. 1 and 2. Like I said, this is a labor of love doing this chimichurri. A lot of people in the industry, I wouldn't even be chopping it right now. I would just use a blender. I throw all this stuff in a blender. Done. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it thin. You want to think julienne, which are like pretty much supposed to be the size of matchsticks. All right, so you want to cut it very thin, and then you're going to turn it, and you're going to do that again, the matchstick size. So you get very small dices, unless you like biting into huge chunks of jalapeno, and I don't. And then once you finish that, you're going to take your knife and run through it a couple more times, just to make sure if you missed any big chunks or pieces, you got it all handled. All right. Jalapeno. I'm only going to do that half. And then let's move on to our flat leaf parsley and our cilantro. Let me just get a quick wipe here. All right. So we have our cilantro. I'm going to take a nice little bunch here, because I'm going to go, I want to let the mango shine. So I'm going to take a little bit of each, and I'm going to cut them up together. And with this is where people usually would get the blender and start to do their thing with the blender, because this can seem tedious. I'm going to abridge it for you out there in TV land. You want to start with a nice rough chop all the way across, because what you're doing is breaking it down. And each time you run the knife through it, it should just get smaller and smaller, almost like you're cooking kale or something. Or it should reduce. Bring it in together, make it tight, and then go across. Bring it in, go across. It's also going to begin to release juices because these plants are very wet on the inside. You're just passing the knife through, doing your thing. And this is a good, nice, chunky version right here. And I think this is a good place to stop. All right. That's what I like. All right. We're going to get all that in there. We're going to get all of that in there. Now my steak is probably where I want it. A nice mid-rare, about to turn medium, because they're a nice thick size. I'm going to remove it from the heat. Boom. And I'll come back to that in just a moment as we finish making our chimichurri. All right. Now, for the finishing of our chimichurri, we're going to go with olive oil. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. All right. That's what I do there. And then we have red wine vinegar. Add that there. And as always, salt and pepper once again. And this is a good place. Once you mix all this together, you definitely want to taste this so that you can adjust it if need be. You might want to add more red wine vinegar. Geez, that's a lot of salt, chef. You're going to need it. All right. And then pepper. Okay. I'll take my spoon. And I stir that. Got that, Patrick? Oh, man. If that doesn't look like a mango chimichurri sauce, I don't know what does. All right. It's time for the taste test. Oh, yeah. I like that. Oh, yeah. Someone's going to be in love. Just a moment. Fresh spoon for all those wondering out there in TV land. I did do that. And with this right here, I'm going to be very simple with this. This is kind of something that would speak for itself. It would be great if I had a couple steaks and I had like a platter of this or whatever. But I'm just going to pretend, nice mid-rare. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah. And then it's very simply. You're going to top that. And then you're going to let it trail off to the side. Because the good thing about the mango version of this is that it's very chunky. It's also pretty much like a side salad other than just being a sauce. So, and then maybe you want to hit it with a little bit of your flat leaf or your cilantro. A lot of green going on, but it's still beautiful. And there you have it. Any questions, comments, or concerns? You asked for mango, and there you have it.
Looks good. I wish when I chop my mangoes up, they would look like that, but.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Chef. Does it smell good, Patrick?
I'm going to know in a few minutes. Patrick can't wait to taste it. All right, well, if there are no questions, then I will catch you again next week. Same chef channel, same chef time. Bye, guys.